Hello. Should be fairly obvious what's going on here. Um, I am myself a white, cis male Christian American, at least raised Christian. Still consider myself Christian, though I imagine some people would consider me a heretic or so. Um, and I am taking the day off. My YouTube channel is a hobby thing, and the videos are scheduled up ahead of time. But I'm taking the day off from my job in support of the global strike and calling for a ceasefire for Palestine. And this is a hobby thing. It doesn't give me any money, um, and I've kind of fretted about this. If it is something that it was like calling for attention, but it doesn't really call attention to me. It calls attention to this because I'm not. It's just going to be what I'm putting up. Israel is engaged in genocide, and if you look, it is. This is not a thing that is on uh, religious lines, to be sure. I mean, they'll say Israel is the Jewish community, but it's not. They like to present themselves as that way, just like the Republicans try to present themselves as Christians and as the face of Christianity, and they try to be the central identity of Christianity. Um, so I'm just going to call, like, hopefully, I mean, I have very few people. If if you can survive, if you can make it, uh, take, don't go into work today. Don't get food from a fast food place. Don't go to McDonald's or Starbucks because those are specifically supporting Israel. Um, don't engage in commerce, much less capitalism today, if you can. Uh, of course, my videos going up because they're pre-scheduled and they don't make me money. They're not really commerce. They're a mental health thing. Um, and look into this. Look into Jews safe ceasefire now because there are a lot of Jewish people all over the place. There are Holocaust survivors pointing out what Israel is doing as genocide. This is a worldwide thing. There are movements in support of ceasefire all over the world. Israel would like you to think that it is anti Semite to argue against them, anti Semitic to argue against them. Anti Semitism is abhorrent, and to be very clear, a lot of the people that are they're Islamophobic are also anti-Semitic and homophobic and racist in general means. I mean, it's not 100% overlap, but it is fairly close. And we've done, we've seen a lot of the ongoing harm that colonialism and that has done in the United States. We like to think of it as scars or, long dealt with, but no, it's ongoing injuries. Uh, and it's just, while the wounds here in the United States are still happening and being dug deeper, uh, the ones it is so much more obvious what is going on in places like Palestine or the Congo or any of these other places where the richer countries like my own are exploiting the poorer ones. Tibet with China, the Congo with West uh, digging up the cobalt for the look into that. That's pretty horrific as well. in Palestine, the Israelite the the Israelis aren't just wanting to push people out. They are wanting to keep them from getting out. And they have done things like, here, this is the evacuation route you should take if you're a civilian, and then bomb said route. They have set snipers to take out public figures, like an old woman who noted that she lived was older than the establishment of Israel, the modern Israel. Um, Poets. Uh, they've bombed hospitals. What they've been doing is saying we think Hamas is here, and from what we can gather, Hamas was not there. They just bombed it because they're taking the chance to bomb it. The the hostages that were released, I believe, have spoken out against Netanyahu as very clearly Israel has no concern for the hostages they're supposedly fighting for. Uh, it's all about killing off people that are native to land and burying the history that that land did not belong to them, that land was ever settled by some was ever held by somebody else. And it's not all Muslims over there. Christians, there are Palestinian Christians, there are Palestinian Jews. I doubt very much that the Israeli forces will take the time to tell the difference between a Palestinian Christian, a Palestinian Jew, and a Palestinian Muslim. And that's what I have to say on that. If you can, if you can make it, if you can survive, do what you can not to engage in commerce today. Notice I said commerce, not capitalism. Commerce is usually not terrible. I mean, it's neutral. Capitalism is kind of like a cancerous form of commerce, or worse. But today, disengage from commerce as well as capitalism. Yep. Have a good day. Sorry to be a downer and be political, but that's where I stand. It would be cowardly for me not to make a statement here.